There are various types of anti-phishing policies that can be configured within ATP. This is because there are many styles of phishing attacks, all designed to discover personal data, for example, your banking and password information. Typically, the motive for these attacks is for financial gain. The attacks take advantage of either flaws in code, hardware, or security systems, and they often involve deceiving the users into giving up some information, or deviating their behavior from the norm. Advanced Threat Protection has specific functionality aimed at combating these types of attacks in order to keep your data and assets safe and secure. We will first consider 4 of the most common types of phishing attacks. These are deception, spear, whaling, and malware. Deception or deceptive phishing is nearly always carried out via email. Fraudsters will impersonate a legitimate company or person and bulk send emails to users. The email is usually a warning, outlining a problem that has occurred and asking users to click on a link inside the email to verify their account details. For example, Susan receives an email from her bank. The email includes the bank logo, using the correct font and correct style of writing and branding as other emails that she may have received from her bank in the past. She is worried as the email warns her there's an issue with her account. She needs to immediately log on to her bank and verify her account using the link included in the email. Susan clicks the link, which takes her to what she believes is her bank logon page. However, this is a fake website set up by the scammers to resemble the legitimate banking website. When Susan enters her login details, they are captured by the scammers and used to access Susan's actual bank account and steal her money. Susan is unable to access her bank account through the fake website, but instead is advised that the issue is temporary and that she should try again in a few hours. Advanced Threat Protection scans all incoming email messages to check for phishing scams. The characteristics of each email are checked against a set of machine-learned models which look for indicators that the email could be a phishing attack. So in our deceptive phishing attack example, Susan received a legitimate-looking email to which she responded. However, ATP would have trapped and deleted this email before it was delivered to Susan's inbox, thus blocking the phishing attack. Spear phishing is similar to deceptive phishing, but the fraudulent email that is sent out includes some actual personal information targeted at a specific individual recipient. The email will contain specific information, perhaps the user's work details, a company name, a company position, or other details to try to legitimize the email. Often the information used by the scammers is taken from company websites or social media. For this type of phishing attack, once again the victim will click on a link and respond to a request for information, which is then captured and used by the scammers for nefarious means. Deceptive and spear phishing attacks rely on users clicking on links within emails. All links to websites contained in email are redirected by ATP through to a Microsoft proxy server, which then checks the link destination for malicious content. If a malicious website is found, then the link is dynamically blocked, and the user is shown a warning and the website is added to the blocked list. Therefore, any email-based spear phishing attacks will be blocked by ATP's Safe Links functionality. Whaling or CEO phishing typically targets company executives or high-value targets. Senior management are often not as tech-savvy as other members of staff and usually have high-level access to systems and finances. This presents an ideal high-value target, since they may also have access to confidential or sensitive information. Let's take an example. Paul is a global finance director with overall responsibility for 200 offices worldwide. He's often travelling overseas and does not have time to attend IT security training, nor does he read their emails. Paul receives an email from the IT department saying that there's an issue with his username and login and he needs to reset his password. He clicks on the link in the email and fills in his detail on the reset form. He resets his password and then continues to work on his spreadsheets. Unknown to Paul, the email was fake, and the scammers now have access to his account, including his email. The scammers monitor his activity so they can understand how financial processes work within the company. When they have enough knowledge, they will then send out a spoofed email from Paul's email account while he's away on business that requests an urgent money transfer into a foreign bank account owned by the scammers. There are two aspects of ATP that will help protect Paul. The first is anti-spoofing functionality, and secondly, mailbox intelligence. An email was sent to Paul pretending to be from his IT department. However, ATP would have blocked that email by spoof intelligence. Even if the scammers were able to trick Paul and obtain his email login details, each email would have been automatically scanned by mailbox intelligence. This learns how each individual user communicates with other users within your organization. It takes into account their email habits and email contacts. The scammed email would have then been flagged as suspicious, as it would not have matched Paul's usual signature style, and the email would have been blocked from being sent. For a malware phishing attack to take place, malicious software code needs to be running on a victim's computer. Malware is usually introduced via an email attachment, which contains code to allow the scammer to collect information and carry out activities on the infected computer. Stefan has received an email advertising promotional materials which can be printed with their company's logo. Coincidentally, he needs to order some new pens, notepads and other items for an upcoming event, so he opens the email and reads the PDF attachment that came with the email to view the prices of the items on offer. Unbeknown to Stefan, the email is a scam, and the PDF document contains malware hidden in a macro which infects his PC with keylogging software. The malware tracks all of his inputs, including his email login details, which are then passed to the scammers. Stefan's computer was infected as he opened a malicious email attachment. However, if his company was using ATP's Safe Attachments feature, then the email would have been rerouted to a sandbox environment. The attachment would then have been tested by opening it in a detonation chamber. If the attachment was found to trigger changes to system resources such as memory, network traffic, the registry, for example if it was trying to infect the PC, then the email would have been deleted.